happy to meet this year's Swiss singer Marius Bear, who will sing this year's song, which is called Boys Do Cry. That's an interesting song. When I first heard this song, I thought directly The Cure, Boys Don't Cry. Does it have any connection with it?
Hey, first of all, hello everybody. My manager told me like 2 weeks later when I had the title of our total album, Boys Do Cry, he was like, that's a Cure song. And I was like, no, but it's Boys Don't Cry. And here it is, Boys Do Cry. But at the first moment when I had the idea, it wasn't the connection to this, because it's such a different message,
Maybe you can tell us a little bit, how does it come that you were selected for Switzerland this year?
I was selected for Switzerland. So the Swiss people, so the Swiss country, they give in 400 songs, and then there's a jury between 50% are fans from the Eurovision and 50% are juries, like professional musicians. And then they decide for one artist, and the song.
And how did you get to know that you are the one who's going to be selected? How was your reaction?
Hey, yeah, crazy. I mean, we had such a long break. Now, we had this big pause. And I'm mostly a live musician, so I'm touring a lot and do a lot of live shows. And and it's just a great feeling to be back again, to have this 0 to 200% start. It's crazy after such a long break to perform in front of so many people. And I was really excited when my manager told me that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you started as a street musician. That's really interesting. You can tell us about how this all developed. If you are now professional singer and artist?
I started quite late. When I was 22, in Switzerland, we still have to go to Swiss Army because it's mandatory. And I was in the army, and I had before army, I was a mechanical engineer. Mm-hmm. And I was like focused on the company of my father, and was working there, and like my life was kind of way set in this direction. And then I went to army, and I met a musician in the morning at 6 o'clock. You have to. I was an officer in Swiss Army, and you have to. How do you say, like, give all the orders to the people and go do those shouty things. And then this guy came to me after the morning appel, and he said, like, bro, you got such an amazing voice. You have to sing. It's so loud and it's so strong. And I was like, why sing? I never sang. And then in the evening, I went into his room, and then we were playing and jamming music the whole night. And I felt something really deep where I just can let out all the pain and all the. It was a release. And then I thought, okay, I like it. Let's try this. And then he learned me how to play the guitar a bit better. And then I started to busk. Yeah, and I became a busker.
Yeah, and you went to New York and to London, so it's a really good career, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. It was always it's a step-by-step career. It's not a a rocket launch. But it's about the experience, It's like I met so many people from so many different worlds, and that's also my main need of music. It's for me mostly like giving the people something. I think it's really beautiful if people can connect with your music and you can be a part of their lives. Imagine there's a song, for example, Remember Me. I have a list of over 108 people where they wrote me or they told me that they were, that they had married to this song, or they lost someone, or they had an accident, and the song helped them. And I think that's the most beautiful thing of music, that you can kind of way with a song just throwing out into this world, you can be a part of their lives, and I think that's the greatest thing.
I just wanted to say that you have a beautiful ballad with a very intense text, and well, the message maybe should be, maybe you can say it in better words, that people, especially boys or men, should not feel ashamed to cry. What do you want to tell with your song?
Yeah, the song is about, so the message of Boys to Cry, it's about not having an emotional armor in front of you, just try like being yourself, and especially as a man, I think it's still really hard to define masculinity in our society, I think.
Yeah.
Or much harder right now, because it's like because there's so much things happening out there, and for example, men still it's hard to have a role model as a man nowadays, I think, you know, to have a role model as where you say, okay, that's a good man, and that's a, you know, because as a man you still, or as a straight man, I would say, you know, you still have you are still a masculine person, you know, you still have your aura, but still want to be warm and want to have a protective effect on something, but not be, you know, nowadays, like where when they slap each other on the stage at the Oscars or there's war and stuff, it's just really bad to see. And I think Boys to Cry is just a thing. It's also not about showing off my voice. Yeah. What normally they do at the Eurovision, it's mostly about like, look how I can dance, look how I can sing. The song, it's about creating a mood, creating a world, an emotion, a bit of, I always say it's a bit like a Walt Disney feeling.
Okay.
You know, because it's not about myself, it's about creating this bubble of an emotion, which I want to get straight into your living room and give you like a 3-minute long embrace.
Yeah, Switzerland is quite lucky with the placings. Luca Hänni made a 4th place. Gijon's Tears made a 3rd place. So do you feel a little pressure there that you have to shape up that well?
There's a lot of pressure on my shoulder. It is, and I felt it in the last few weeks, especially after the pre-show, like my first pre-show. I played in Madrid last weekend, and yeah, it's there is pressure because I should not fuck it up. But especially sometimes as I told you before, this song needs so much guts, you know, it needs a lot of bravery to not to show up your voice, you know, to be that small and to be so emotional in front of those 200 million people, you know. And I feel the pressure because it could be much easier, you know. I could have chosen a big song. I have enough of big ballads where I go like, rah, 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 and it's, but I took the hard way, and the hard way is go small, you know. And I feel it definitely.
What's your expectation from Turin?
Hey, my expectation from Turin, first of all, I'm gonna enjoy the whole happening, and it's gonna be a once in a lifetime experience for me. And what I expect from myself is definitely that when everything comes together, you know, the light, my performance, my ability to give the emotion through this camera into the living room, then I'm gonna be at the first place, I think.
Thank you very much, Marius Baer for Switzerland. We cross the fingers for you. Enjoy the time in Turin. And well, good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.